Hello fellow modelers, this is Ron's Trains and More back with another video. I just thought I'd show you guys a few things I picked up here lately. I got back into the HO scale prototype modeling, the good stuff, the stuff with the details, the sound, all that. I'm going to build a prototype HO layout because that's what I've always been into, and HO scale, I've always had HO scale, so that's pretty much what I like. It's going to be called the Southern Central System. Right now it's only going to be about 4 by 6 feet, but later on I'm going to make a bigger one. But it's going to have all, nice equipment running on it, detailed, sound, the whole 9 yards, prototype railroading. So, but anyways, here's my first sound locomotive that I picked up. Sorry, that radio's a little loud. I got the Charlotte area, Norfolk Southern, playing on Broadcastify. That's a weird word to say. It's pretty cool because they play defect detectors sometimes, even though this engineer has it made in it with a crew talk. That's what I love about Tsunami too on these. And there goes a train by outside out my window. Kind of funny, all that started right when I started filming a video, but anyways, yeah, I just picked this engine here up off of eBay, and this is an Athearn Genesis. I think this was made in 2024, but it's got the Tsunami 2 in it, decoder. It's the Phase 1 GP50. It's got the white seal stripes on the bottom, not the solid one. I wanted the all black one like 90s version, but I'll get it later to run with it. I thought this one was cool. It's a little better though because it's actually got flashing ditch lights on the front and rear. I tell you, Tsunami 2 is my favorite sound in these. And the reason why is because I don't know how a lot of other people are on these sound locomotives, but I think that crew talk and the defect detector they put in these, that is so cool to me. Like running around, I mean, it don't get no more realistic than that. And doing switching operations stuff on your layout with the crew talk playing and the defect detector going off, that is just so cool. And Tsunami 2 is just absolutely awesome. That and like Broadway Limited Sound right now is pretty much what I like. The ESU ain't bad though, it's alright. But I'm gonna get another engine to go with this one later, but it's a high hood GP50 X Southern. Yep, I looked it up, it used to be an X Southern, but it's a really nice locomotive. It runs really good. This is the box in one of the newer Athearn Genesis boxes. It's got 2 big books with it and everything. There's something in it about calibrating though. I need to do that in the braking system so it starts and stops a lot better. Of course, I'm running this layout with NC power cab system. So far, getting back in HO here, all my locomotives have DCC or DCC in sound, and I'm going to keep it that way. Before I used to pick up like DC engines here and there just because they were cheap, but nah, this time I'm going to stick with all DCC and DCC sound, run it with my NCE system. But yeah, this is a 4 by 6 layout. I'm going to detail it up. It's going to look good. It's going to be all prototype HO model railroading. And yeah, I actually just built this car here the other night. I wanted to show you all that one. That's a Walther's mainline flat car. It's got metal wheels on it. I'm not sure what kind of couplers though. But yeah, I built that the other night. I weathered it all up, and I just had them old wheels laying around. I think it turned out pretty good. I super glued those rails on it, and I seen one online that had those blue ends on the ends of the wheels. I'm not sure what that is. Probably something to protect them, the bearings or something real off, I'm sure, but I painted that on there to make it look cool. So that thing turned out pretty good. Chassis system flat car. But yeah, that's one thing I always liked and been good at on these HOs, weathering them and detailing them, and you just can't do that with the N scale, and you wouldn't want to do it with O scale because you'll ruin the value of them. So I love this HO scale. But yeah, I always wanted to build a layout, called the Southern Central System. It's going to be my own road. It's going to be called the Southern Central System, and I'll paint up some cars and locomotives. I don't know, I thought maybe I could paint up an NS unit or something like that, maybe put, instead of the NS, it could have SC, you know, for Southern Central system. And on the nose, I'll just do without the stripes and all that, and just put like maybe a speed lettered SC on the nose. That would probably look pretty cool. I'll do that eventually though. Maybe a whole Southern Central coal train I'll make or something. But this is the kind of HO model railroading I've always been into. The prototype stuff, I love it. It's what I've always had. So now this track I'm using here, this is old track. I've had this stuff forever. I've got to get some nickel silver. I know that's the best track to use, especially with DCC sound locomotives. But I mean, you keep this stuff clean and all, you know, it works pretty good. I haven't had no problems with it. Like these switches here, they probably were made in the 80s. I mean, honestly, or early 90s. I don't even know who makes them, but they work good. I haven't had one wreck on this layout yet. So don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't use old HO track, because you can use it. You just got to keep it clean and make sure your joints are nice and flush and smooth. You don't want no humps or gaps or, you know, nothing like that. And I made mine look a little bit better. It took forever now, but I took a Rust-Oleum railroad rust marker and I went over every single rail on this layout. Took me a couple hours, but I tell you what, it sure made this track look good. Yeah, you can see it there. I painted all the rails brown all the way around, even where you would see the silver on both sides. I stopped in a certain area, but you can't even tell. Looks awesome. Here's a shot down the track. So yeah, this little layout here, I'm going to build another HO layout, but you know, this will work for now. I'm still going to put a few more switches on it off the back side probably, or I'm going to get 15-inch radius and run off of this switch right here going to this freight terminal and just take a passive siding on around and hook it into a switch and then have a few sidings going off. Over there, I'd like to put that New River mine kit, the 2-track diamond mine that they made. Maybe make a big mountain cut right here with a tunnel. Well, I'll do the mountain cut maybe on this end, and I'll do like a big tunnel on this end. See, my original plan, I was going to do this HO and N scale. I was going to do the N scale on top over a tunnel, but nah, I'm just going to stick with the prototype HO scale railroading. Yeah, I've gotten this HO again pretty heavy. I've picked up a lot of stuff, but this thing here, I got this one. It's really nice. I haven't run it yet. A little bit of hard engine defined kind. It's a high hood SD35 Atlas. It's got a 4-function Atlas decoder in it. And I don't know, a lot of people kind of put those Atlas decoders down, but I tell you, I've not ever had a problem with them. I think they work great. So this one is just DCC. I'm going to run it with my SD45 Kato. It's got a Digitrax decoder in it, so I'm going to run an N and a W with that. That ought to look pretty cool. Yeah, that's a completely custom Kato locomotive that I did. It's got a aftermarket high hood on it. Southern style sunshades, weathering done by me. Yeah, turned out great. MU cables, uncoupling lever, high hood veil, firecracker antennas. I mean, it's got everything. That's one thing I've been pretty good about, always weathering these things and detailing them up. That's one thing I love about them. Yeah, I got these cars recently. The grain one I think you guys have seen before in that Southern box car. I did finally get a Southern wood chip hopper, which I want to get a bunch more of those. That's a Walters Greenville wood chip hopper. Got an Athearn and Bachman center flow hopper there. Santa Fe's kind of neat. It's one of the orange ones. All this stuff has metal wheels and Katy couplers on it too. I usually use Katy number 5s unless I have to use something special, like a longer one or something, you know, but I think that's a Walters Southern hopper there. I want to get a bunch of them little hoppers and get like maybe an old diesel to pull them, like a GP7 or something. I thought that'd be cool, or a steam locomotive. And that thing there, I think that's an Athearn limited edition, like a blue box kit. I just thought it was really cool. A friend of mine had it. I just kind of got it for display, but after looking at it, I believe I'll run it. It's really cool. The Grand Old Drink of the South. I think that's a limited edition, maybe Athearn made or something. I don't know. It's got a steamboat on the side of it. It's kind of neat. My friend Jim, he painted that caboose right there and decaled it. I weathered it up and did the white safety stuff on it, but it's a neat caboose. I really like it. I like a little bit of the older stuff, but I'm mainly into the 80s and 90s era Southern Railway and NS stuff. And the CSX now. I love the rainbow years of the CSXs, they call it. The gray CSXs, when they used to pull the chassis systems and the seaboard and all that. I like that. So that era and NS and Southern 80s and 90s era is what I'm modeling. I thought maybe this line right here going off, where that Norfolk and Western boxcar is sitting, goes by the signal tower here that I made. That's an old Bachman kit that I completely painted and weathered up with that man on it like he's waving. That turned out really good. Don't even look like a Bachman kit anymore. But yeah, this line right here could be like a team track. You know, it could be like seaboard system or something running off to the N&S Southern line is what I thought. So that could be like a team track or whatever they call it. I think they call it a team track, something like that, I don't know. But I did this L&N caboose here too. That's completely weathered and detailed by me. That's one of the old blue box kits. Everything you see I pretty much painted or weathered on it. The silver around the windows I did, which that took forever. All the yellow I did, the grab irons, everything. It takes forever doing that, but once you're done, they look really good. Up there, I think that's an Athearn ready to roll I got recently too. Nice looking caboose. I plan on getting some chassis system and CSX locomotives, stuff like that, but it's probably only going to be the gray CSX locomotives. Maybe a few of the yellow ones, but I mainly like the gray. And of course that's a Walters Water Street Freight Terminal that I custom built. Now before you guys seen this, it had a Chattanooga Choo Choo neon lighted sign on top. A friend of mine wanted that, so I sold that to him. Thinking about getting an NS billboard or make a Southern Central one and put on top of it. I gotta fix that hole. I'll fix that and put more ballast back up there. I thought that ballast would look cool because some buildings you see, you know, with that rock on top. It's kind of neat. I weathered this building too, or tried to a little bit. You know, it's not done yet. I put details on the dock of it. I sanded that dock with sandpaper. I want to get like some forklifts and some more LED lighting for it. I've got a Woodland Scenics. Yeah, I think it's called that just plug lighting system. I got one of their LEDs on the inside of it there. So I'm going to get some to go underneath that overhang there to light the dock up. That'll look cool. Yeah, seaboard system. That's another one of my favorite railroads. I think that's a roundhouse boxcar. Nice looking boxcar. Yeah, I put bumpers on the ends of these spur tracks I had laying around, but I think they look kind of cool. Of course, that light in that one don't work. That could be an old Tyco, I don't know, but I mean, you can take a lot of this cheaper stuff. You can make it look good, just weather it up and stuff. Like this old track, I've got it looking good. You know, and I just had it laying around in a box. Later on, I'm probably just going to use all nickel silver code 100 with cork. Yeah, I don't have any cork right now. I just kind of threw this together, but it looks pretty good just to have fun with it. The next layout's cork, and of course, it's going to be the whole 9 yards, Midwest cork and nickel silver track and everything. Yeah, these cars I just picked up too. That's actually an Athearn Genesis. Some of the steps are missing on that end, but it still looks cool. N&W boxcar. I never had a whole lot of N&W stuff. That's a roundhouse Southern high cube. And I think that's a Walters chassis. So yeah, it's all HO now, this layout. Last time you guys seen it, it had that line on end scale. So it's gonna be a pretty good looking layout. It's coming along, it's looking pretty good until I build my really nice HO layout and, you know, nickel silver track and all that. This layout will work for now. But I still want this one to look good and be detailed and everything. So it's looking pretty good so far. I just wanted to upload a video and kind of show you guys what I got going on here. That's a roundhouse N&W 5-bay Ortner hopper there. Somebody did that coal load. I didn't do that, but of course I can do them and have them looking just like that. They did a good job of that coal load though. Good looking hopper car. I always love those Ortner hoppers, 5 bays. I want to get a bunch of the Southern ones. You guys know anybody that's got a bunch of the Southern roundhouse 5-bay Ortner hoppers, I'd be interested in them. And I want to get a Southern radio car You know how they used to pull the long Southern Railway coal drags with the radio car in the middle. Then they had the locomotive in the middle also. I just thought that always would be pretty cool. I throw these trees on here right now for now too. A lot of these are from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, that radio is a little loud. I'd cut it down, but it'd be kind of hard to filming. I thought it'd be neat with that defect detector playing, but anyways, that's a look of a lot of the stuff that I've gotten lately. I just got this car here this morning. Now this right here is an old V-Bell kit, Robin's Rails. I've heard of V-Bell, but I've never heard of Robin's Rails. But I like the obscure stuff you don't really see cars in HO. Like this is one of them. Like I've never seen this car in HO. That's the stuff I like that's got CSX transportation on it. Back when they had the gray locomotives, and it's got Seaboard on that end, so looks cool. Got to put that together. And I got this old Tech 2 transformer here. I've had them. They're always been good transformers. Always had them things. Had a lot of them. But I just got that, power like lights and stuff. This whole layout's DCC, but I may run a DC locomotive with it later. I don't know. And got these cars here. I still got some N scale. You know, I still got a pretty good bit of N scale, which I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. I may actually sell this N scale. I don't know if any of you guys want to trade for some HO or something. I'd probably do that, because I've still got, there's an automatic signal with the power supply with it, never been used. There's 3 N scale cars. I've got a 5-pack of Southern hoppers, enough Cato track for a big loop with 1 switch and some other detail parts, 1 little grain building back there. So yeah, all this N scale, I would trade for some HO scale if you got any NS, Southern stuff, whatever, chassis, CSX. Just message me and let me know, and I might do a trade for this N scale. So there was 5 Southern N scale hoppers, those 3 freight cars, and I got this locomotive here I'd let go with it. Southern SD35, it's got a Digitrax decoder in it. And I've got this Southern Blueford Shops N scale bay window caboose I'll let go with it. So yeah, that and that. And this N scale right here, I would trade for some HO. You guys can message me, just let me know what you got. Here's the rest of my HO stuff. So I got a pretty good HO collection so far. Got these Atlas hoppers here, little hoppers, Boston, Maine, 2 coal car and a covered hopper, and that one's a Lehigh, New England. They're older cars. I thought they looked good with older diesel. Family Line's AHM box car. Sandersville, which is awesome. Missouri Pacific. And there's one of the new TTX box cars. I got Walters. And those are really cool. I want to get some more of those auto parts cars. Katy and the Rock Island. Boston and Maine Long Gondola. And I got a bunch of coal cars sitting here, which the CSX Clinchfield, I'm going to keep them running, but those 4 Burlington Northerns, I may end up painting them. I don't know yet. So that Clinchfield shell there, somebody painted that. It's an old Bachman. I just thought it looked kind of cool. I got it from a buddy of mine. He kind of gave it to me. I thought I'd hang on to it. It's kind of neat, you know. I might put guts in it, sit it on at like a coal mine or something. I don't know. They didn't do that bad a job on it. Got a bunch of decals too. Some of the old CSX transportation decals and all back there. And that's all my senior stuff in that box right there. The box for my Tech 2 transformer. There's a wheel cleaner, which I hardly ever use because I think those tear them up. I don't know. They scratch them up too much, the wheels. My NCE book. And that's about it, except for this stuff in this tub here. Here's a box for that CSX V-Bell car I showed y'all got in the mail. Yeah, I've never seen a V-Bell box like that either. You know, they joined in with Athearn making custom painted stuff. But it's a neat car. There's some scenery stuff in there. Got these cars here. They're all sort of older type cars. But they're awesome. They'll look good with an older diesel or steam. That one there I want to put together. Now that's a really, really cool McKean car. I like McKean freight cars. They make good stuff, Central Georgia. But yeah, not too bad. We got a pretty good collection started here. And of course I got NC power cab I'm running this with. I'll do a video later running that with that Kato. That N&W look cool. Anyways, let me get this Athearn Genesis. I was trying not to make this video too long, but got my signs and things hanging up there. That little L&N calendar. I think that's original, 1970. I'm not sure if it is or not, but kind of neat. I just kind of like decorating this stuff a little bit, you know. Oh yeah, I made that. I bent rails with my pliers and all, and it turned out pretty good. There's a little bumper. I got one on this end down here too. It's an old Taco. Now it does light up. I don't know how long the old bulb will last with DCC, but it's been working so far. Later on I'll get more prototype bumpers to go on them though, on the ends of the tracks. I weathered that little trailer up too. That's a Walther's trailer set there. Freight building turned out pretty good. I thought it looked sort of, kind of reminded me of an old Southern Railway freight building or something, you know. It's kind of neat. I did this scrap plane here, kind of rusted it up and everything. I thought it would look neat. Made some ties and put there. Yeah, not too bad so far. It's kind of fun running trains on this little thing. I like a small layout anyways, because for one thing, the cleaning, you ain't that much to have to do, you know. You build one of them huge layouts in a basement or something, I mean, just look at all that track cleaning and stuff you got to do. Holy cow. But I mean, it'd be neat, but I like this little layout for right now. Might just do like a 4 by 8 foot later, maybe in an L shape or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is my cabinet. I've showed you all before, but I kind of collect a little bit of everything. Me and my girlfriend, we collect vintage stuff, you know, movie stuff, NASCAR stuff. Of course, I like Dale Earnhardt. I just thought I'd show you guys this stuff right quick too. 1/24 scale die-cast cars. I built that one. That's a model from the movie Days of Thunder. It's got custom decals on it. Man, that thing turned out perfect. Sanded the tires. Looks pretty real. And I built this one also. Sanded the tires on it. Really detailed. Looks good. I haven't got the Wrangler Earnhardt decals on that one yet. But I think I got a video of that on my channel, I believe, of doing that one. But anyways, back to the trains. Let me turn this Genesis on, locomotive on here, and I'll get it running, show you guys what it sounds like. Let me plug it up here. Should have had this stuff done when I made the video, but I wanted you guys to hear the startup of it, which I'm sure you guys have heard them before, but I'll do my take on it here, you know. Yeah, I got these hanging here, E7. Anyways, check out the locomotives. Awesome, I love it. Man, that thing sounds good. I've already adjusted most of the volumes. I think the whistle I need to turn down just a little bit, but other than that, it's not too bad, the volumes. Anyways, let me get my NC Helicab remote here. Like I said, I'm running it with NC and everything. Already programmed the road number. Turn the lights on here. That's one reason I wanted this one, because it's got front and rear flashing ditch lights, which that's pretty awesome. I didn't even know they did them with front and rear flashing ditch lights, and I'm telling you, this thing looks and sounds just like a real one. The flash rate of those ditch lights are just perfect, just like a real one. But anyways, sorry, I talk a lot. This is the front headlight. Let me turn the ditch lights on. It's number 5, I think. Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're nice and bright. I mean, Athearn just did a fantastic job with these locomotives. And of course, you blow the whistle, they flash just like a real one. That flash rate is just like a real one, in my opinion. Anyways, I'll get it going here. You guys enjoy the video. Oh, here's the crew talking defect detector. If it'll play the defect detector right now, I don't know. See, that's just so cool to me. I mean, it don't get no more prototype than that. You know, running your trains with that going on, man, it's just awesome. But anyways, let me get it going here. Turn the bell on. Give them a little warning here. Anyways, I'm gonna run it for a minute and you guys just enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Man, that is so cool. Yeah, there's the detector. You can hear it. It's so cool. Well, that wheel car turned out so good. Man, I painted those metal wheels brown on it too. This is a nice little layout right now. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let me turn that bell off. So I'll hit the crew talk button again, number 7 on this NCE power cab. It also dims the lights, so you press it once, you gotta press it again and turn your lights back on bright. Got a Southern style whistle for sure. It sounds like old Southern. Got that Southern tank car the other day too. I think that's a roundhouse. It's really awesome. I didn't have any HO tank cars, and it being Southern, that's even better. That's a Walters NS caboose right there. I actually weathered it up and painted all the yellow that you see on there. I tried to make it look more like the real one. The NS Lake Division, extended vision caboose. Yeah, I made that little mountain over there for right now. That may stay, it may not, I don't know yet, but I gotta carve it out, put rocks and all that on it. Just thought it looked cool for right now. I had that there when I had the end scale and I just left it, but makes it look a lot better. Of course, it's pink foam mountain, but you get the idea. It'll look cool when I'm done with it. I would light that building up, but I don't have the lights in that freight terminal wired up yet. Yeah, I've always been pretty good at painting and detailing this stuff. That's why I love HO scale, and this is what I'm sticking with. HO scale is going to be my main layout. If I want to build an N scale or O scale, something like that, I'm just going to build it separate. I'll probably do an N scale maybe on a door later, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I'm probably just going to get rid of that N scale. Well, like I said, you guys got any HO scale, I would trade all that Southern, all that N scale I just showed you guys. It really don't matter what kind of HO, older cars, Athearn, some locomotives, whatever. You can show me what you got, or send me a message, just let me know. Man, that thing runs so good. Now I will say something about these Athearn Genesis HO locomotives. When I first run this, a couple days, it was starting, stopping. I mean, it wouldn't hardly run at all. It wasn't getting good power. But I read online that Athearn did have a couple problems with these Genesis locomotives, especially the GP ones, series ones. What it was is the axles on the trucks, where they go into the side frame bushings or bearings, they turn inside there, and it wasn't getting enough electrical contact, or they were too tight. I'll tell you what I did on this one. It runs perfect now. Is I took and I oiled the end of those axles that go into the side of the truck on all 4 of them, and I took and I put graphite, like pencil lead, on all 4 ends of the axles that go into those bushings on those trucks. Like graphite, like pencil lead crushed up into powder or vice. I think you can get it at the store, graphite in a tube or something, I don't know. Or you could get electrical contact stuff and put on the ends of those, but that's how I got that one running really good. I mean, it runs, it's nice now. Because it was bugging me a little bit when I first got it, but not now, man. It runs perfect now. Every once in a while you get some that's like that. You just gotta do a little research, and I tell you, that electrical contact stuff, it goes a long way with these HO scale trains. It gets them running really good. But yeah, that is a fine locomotive right there. Athearn Genesis locomotives with that Tsunami 2 sound, that's some of the best HO stuff I've really almost ever seen in HO. Now, scale trains is freaking awesome. I love scale train stuff. Yeah, Athearn scale trains, I'd say they're pretty much on top of their games right now when it comes to the model railroading. But I just thought I'd do this video here. I tried to make it quick. Looks like it's going to be about a 30-minute video though, but I'm trying it out here. It should be in 4K, so anyways, I appreciate all y'all watching, and I won't make it any longer here. Just want to show you guys that new engine and update the layout and everything. But anyways, I appreciate all y'all watching. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ron's Trains and More, out. Anyways, you guys remember, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.